Shit talker black. And he put, I don't know if he did this or someone else put all these damn jail pictures up here, but somehow the young today, they think going to jail is a good thing. Now, this is the time when the police came and halted him because his braids were this long again. He was like 19, I think, 19, 20, something like that. I don't remember. And he has a lot of those. This is when they said that he did the armed robbery because he has no dreads. He was 16, and this is how he would wear his hair when it was not braided. And that's him too, but it's just so small you can barely see it. Now, this was another article in the newspaper, and I had it on my Facebook page for years, maybe 3 years. And all of a sudden, well, her brother came along and tried to start some shit, but we shut him up. You know, it was me and my baby girl and my baby son. You know, but my baby girl wasn't with me and my baby son. She wasn't living in the same place. She was living somewhere else, but she knew what was going on. So she was from wherever she was ragging on her brother too. All he knew was to say nigga, nigga, nigga. You know, that's all the pink man knows to call us. After all these fucking years, he still haven't come up with another word. All he knows is nigga. We don't give a fuck about, I don't give a fuck about you calling me a nigger. There is also a song that says nigga, 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 nigga. So he went on YouTube and got it, and I put it to comment to let him know. Just keep saying it. That's all you know because you are a parrot. This is the female, the woman, the cave woman. She looks like a fucking cave woman of his children. The first one, the baby bled on both sides of her head. Now, the first one she was not with him, you know, and he was like 19, I think, and he was back living with us, and she was living with her mom in another state. And next thing we know, he gets a letter, and in the letter is a sonogram. She is 4 months pregnant, and so she was doing drugs. She came back, and you know, so much shit happened. He was paying the rent, so she stayed there, and I was like, wow. He knew I didn't like it, but you know, he likes to desecrate me anyway because he's synthetic. And once I found out about him being synthetic, he's been in jail a lot, you see. Once you go to jail so much, Danaya Hasiba Israel arrested Friday, January 20th, and they always put him on TV and in the news. Like, he needs to be there. I mean, he's nothing. But they are playing games with him because he is synthetic. And that is his mutant child or a kid. And this is definitely looks like Tosh. Wow. And now, my daughter was talking about the clothes he wears. You know, he calls this is his baby. See, you be so apathetic that you don't even care about your own. But he hangs out with melanated though, and the melanated ones he hangs out with, they have dreads too, and it's a possibility that they also have pink chicks because that's a program in Florida for them to have the dreads, and the darkest ones too, for them to have the dreads and have a pink girl on the sleeve, because that is a dish to Tosh all over the world. No one knows that. Although my son is Tosh in the flesh, born again, that program is more is not just for my son. It's for a lot of those in Florida. I've seen this a lot in Florida, and I see them mostly in Walmart in Florida. So I say program, it may be a program everywhere, but I know I saw it in Florida. I don't see that much here. Here they have the girls with dreads. The first time I ever saw a melanated being with a non-melanated being, they had dreads, it was a female. And she had a mutant child. And the guy she was with had dreads too. And what they did was, it's a program. Because the pink guys with dreads, they know more about Tosh and Bob Marley than we do. Because it's a program. Bob Marley, he was a mutant. But he was not a mutant to hang out with the non-melanated ones. He hung out with the melanated ones, although he had wives or, mates with babies from non-melanated and melanated, and he had the choice to do that because he is a mutant. And that was not my son, though. And that is a ugly motherfucker sitting behind him. But my daughter came up that, is this nigga gay? Well, most men, because my daughter does hair, and she does a lot of non-melanated females hair. They are pink. No matter what nation they are pink. And they all said that they were going with these black guys, and the black guys were bisexual. And when they said that, I heard that first in Florida, in jail, that these gangbangers, oh, you think they're so tough and they're this and that, but they're fucking each other. And the girls knew, because the girls was fucking them while they're fucking each other and all this kind of shit. They talk about it. Here, my son wants to be a Crip. Yeah, this is the most stupidest thing in the world. I don't know who made the cake, but they did a very good job. But he wants to be a Crip. He came in when he was 16. He was not a Crip. He wants to be everything he is not, and there's a pink motherfucker. He hangs out with a lot of pink motherfuckers. He thinks where he lives is so grand. I said, if I can get the address to where he is, what prison he is, I would print screen these pictures and send them to him and say, hey, you're not waking up like everyone else, are you? You're still not waking up like everyone else, because we're not in damn prison. He has a picture too. I probably passed by. He said, do you think I care about your situation? I said, wow. And then here, he says, AK till the deathly. Whatever the fuck that means, but AK, nigga. You using AK in the way you are. I mean, this nigga, he just desecrated my whole lineage, And then he has these damn tattoos all over his body. And the first tattoo he had, he is a very, he's very funny. My children will make you laugh, and that's for real. But, he had this tattoo, a big ass tattoo on his neck when they saw him, and it said Ima. Why would you get a tattoo on your neck that says Ima? You know it is against the law. And I asked him, why would you desecrate me like that? I said, you desecrated me and I'm still alive. Now he did this HIV test here. He says because a lot of people were making shit up saying that he had AIDS, and so he had to go and spend $50 to take this test. Because whoever he is with, they make sure he stays in this condition. And how do you get them to be a synthetic mutant? Money. In the movie Panthers, the guy who wanted to sell the drugs, he didn't want to be a Panther. Fuck that Black Panther power, that Black Power shit. I like green power. He began to kill his own with drugs and shit. He was also a synthetic human. And I don't know where the fuck he gets that from. He looks like he is drinking a big ass cup of piss, which one day he might have to. One day we all may have to drink our piss. If you do not have water to drink your piss is good for you. Yeah, I'm going through his pictures. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do on his page. It's open, and he is my damn son. Now he wants to be part of the military. But he always had this type of material. He always liked this type of material. Even when he was younger, I made him a pair of pants, a hat, and a jacket with this type of material. Because he always liked it for some reason. I don't know why. I guess he's getting a facial. Now here he is with all the pink ones. And this one, J. Slade Otter. He is the handler. See? With J. Slade Archer. So my daughter was showing me that. I say, well, this must be him then. He is the handler. You don't know who your handler is. And me and my daughter, we just cracked up when we saw this. I woke up like this. So you woke up like a joint, somewhat of a cartoon, which looks like directed energy is hitting all around it, lying. Yet you have a pink wife, and there it is again. I really wonder if this Amanda has something to do with him, because she's everywhere too. Maybe she's a form of a handler too, but I know this J. Slade Archer is the handler, and he wakes up with a pink chick. So he woke up under directed energy and lying, but he thought it was a lion. No, nigga, your life, it is a lie, not a lion. With your Prince Israel ass, see? And he even has dreads. And he looks like my nephew here too. See, me and my daughter is just a theory, you know? We're just hypothetically speaking, theorizing things. And I told my daughter, I said, well, the girl he is with, she, you know, it's just like the Truman Show, you know? Except this time, she wants a little time to herself. So they get him caught up and he goes to prison, and his girl he's with is with this motherfucker. And was always with this motherfucker. Probably why they thought he had AIDS. He could be gay too, you know, we don't know that. And no, a lot of pink chicks, they hung out with hung out with the black men, and they told us that these are black men were bisexuals. You're bisexual to me, you are gay. And look at his fingers here. And look at his fingers here. And this is a bald head one. But this is the handler. You won't even know your handler. You think your handler is cool with you, and your handler will even give you things because they need to give you things, because I didn't even know that Sharonda Walker was handling me. She helped me out a lot too, you know, a lot. And that's him, you know, he's driving, he doesn't even have a driver's license or anything. He drives while he drinks a beer. He rolls up blunts and everything, and this shit is not legal in Florida like it is here in California. He's just a synthetic. This is how you know those in your family are synthetic, when they start doing things that goes against their own character and doing things that goes against their own culture or the way they were raised. That is a pretty sky. I told my daughter, I said, wow, this really reminds me of the Truman Show. You know, they had the Truman Show near the water, but they had him scared of the water. And so he's in the water now. He even put his head inside the alligator. He didn't even know he sleeps with the alligators, you know, sleeping with the enemy. And he sure does dress like Tosh. But my daughter said, but I just can't get with that pink shirt. I said, well, he's with a pink bitch, so who knows what the fuck else he does, you know? These tight-ass pants. But he has another picture that, look at this. He thinks that's cute. But he's Prince Israel. With a beast. He's laying with a fucking beast. A Martian. Well, they never could get me to be that synthetic. Never. He thinks he's all that. Look at his pants. He thinks he's all that and he's not. Then he's laid up in when I show my daughter this, I say, look at this. This is his baby. His kid, a mutant. But he does look like my grandbaby Zay. So I told my daughter, I know this is a Dunnice child, because he also looks like Frankie J. He looks like Frankie J. And Zay looks like Frankie J. I said, look at this. And she said, damn, what is that, porno? In the next picture, look. A blonde hair chick. I'm like, what the fuck? She said, what is this, porno? And that's what we got, porno. And he even dresses his baby in it. Looking like Frankie J. See, this is what I do not like. My own children will not use our hand signal. You know, the pink man, he kind of uses it too. It's more so a different way. And because he got it from us. This means AK-111. This is a A, this is a K. That's a 1 in the 2 fingers is 11. From Akkadian. If any of my children know about my Akkadian descendants, you know, my heritage, my history, it's him. He knows about it. But this is what he does. When you are synthetic, you think these are the things you want to do. And then he goes out and he teaches it to the Jews. This is a Jew bitch. She may be Italian, but she's still a Jew bitch. And he thinks he's living good. Now here he is laying in the bed. It says, I'm loving it. But this nigga, he's smiling. He's a pink man. And he says he's loving it. We said, wow. You never fucking know. And they're in a hotel. And then this is the pink chick who is and it's funny, she has a 26 down. This is a pink chick, and she calls herself Akkadian's mother. See, but in these things somewhere she calls herself Ima, but here she puts mother, because she doesn't need everyone to ask her what does Ima mean. So she puts mother, which that is what she is. She is a mother. And she spelled Akkadian wrong. But she wants to be a part of us. She even asked my daughter, what do I have to do to be a Hebrew? I told her, you should have told her what my Abba said. Tell his children who they are, and then kiss his feet and die. And that's what my Abba told the pink chick. And look at this. Laugh out loud. Is our child asleep? Alright, cool. Kiss him for his, see? Ima. A pink chick. He taught her that. A pink chick. Well, I mean, why, you know, but I wasn't supposed to have children, though. That's my fault, you know. I can't blame anyone. I was not supposed to have children. I did not come on this planet to have children. I came on this planet to give information of the Martians. That's what I came here for. I did not know it as a child that I came for that. But I knew I was not an earthling. As a child, I knew this. I was not an earthling. I knew it. But, you know, when people call you things like Space Cadet, that was a name that I did not mind them calling me Space Cadet. But there were other names that they called me. I don't want to bring them up. And, you know, so I decided, I wanted to be like the earthlings, you know. I wanted my skin to be darker, my feet to be bigger, and I wanted to be like the earthlings. So he puts this up. He says normal siblings. This is what normal siblings do. This is normal, you see. Normal siblings, you see. They're all pink. Not different colors. They're all pink. They will be different shades of color. They were all melanated. Here it says my siblings and me. Yeah, they love that wrestling shit. My son still loves it today. And the true interview, the Asian man, he even talks about wrestling and what it does to you as far as mind control. Then he does it here. He says, so true, right? Macho Max Savage. So he was on, he's not on my son's page, but yet he put his name here. But he is not on my son's page. This is the page they took away when he tried to contact my first son, Simpson. So here, when I saw this, I said, well, I hope like hell you learn to use those motherfuckers in jail. Because I remember when he was younger, Zakia had to fight for him. Zakia is older than him, like 21, 22 months older than him. And Zakia would fight for him. But then there was one day where Samson and Zedekiah was going to whoop his ass if he did not fight this boy who was smaller than him, you know, the same size, but Dana was taller. And Dana was scared of the little boy. I forget what his name is now, but the little boy died a couple of years later. Well, he got killed by a car. He got hit by a car and he died. And that little boy was horrible. I did not like Adana with him either. And then Adana had to fight him. And his brothers made him fight. So I hope he uses and he skates. I told Makaya too, someone is a skateboarder. I know my first son is a skateboarder, and my baby son is a skateboarder. Now it says, hands down, the realest shit on Facebook right now. The realest shit on Facebook right now. I must read it. I also screenshot it so I can have it. It says, for black people to believe. Right here, you have 3 words. That is in neurolinguistic programming to keep us under a spell. This is neurolinguistic programming. Is also a spell, and this is a spell. But to call us black is to keep us under a curse. To call us people is to keep us under a curse. This is a spell, and this is a spell. They are all neurolinguistic programming. For black people to believe in the same God that allowed them to be enslaved shows the level of intelligence. It really does. I really had to go through thought processes to get to that. We are living in the age of information. Why are they still believers? See the word, why are you still a believer? It makes no sense. We gave blacks Christianity because it made them better slaves. It says we gave it to them, who? United States. Even my great-grandpa told my dad once that blacks accepting Christianity was the best thing that ever happened to white slavers. And she's not white, she's pink. The fear, the word, in fear you see ear, and here you see God and a bent over servant, 2 of them. The fear of hell and promise of everlasting life is what finally kept the slaves from rebelling and running away. Now I don't understand the promise of everlasting life because we don't live that long. And I was telling my Abba, they don't give a damn about everlasting life. They're not used to living forever. They're used to dying, going to funerals, Kept slaves from rebelling and running away. Laugh out loud. Nowadays, black people are still praising the very imaginary white guy who allowed them to be enslaved in the first place, shouting and dancing with the wigs falling off in church. Laugh out loud. They wear wigs too. They just wear the wigs with these form of beads, so you will not really know that they have weave in their hair. And my daughter also makes wigs for them. She makes wigs for pink chicks. It says, I'm no racist, but we all must admit that black Christians, targeted individual, women, are some funny motherfuckers. The only whites who believe in Christianity are the descendants of poor whites from those days. The rich whites, no, pink people, didn't believe in that crap. They didn't have to because they made it up. See, because they made it up, United States. They knew what it was being used for. Control over the slaves and poor whites. And these are their synthetic humans and the synthetic pink people. And after the bombing of Black Wall Street, we ran there and bought you a selfie stick. Yeah, I saw that a long time ago. A selfie stick. See? Shoot yourself. Wow. He thinks that's cute. He thinks this shit is cute. Why would you be in a mirror like that? My daughter said when men take pictures like this, they are gay. I didn't think so, because men take pictures like this for females the same way females take pictures like this for men. But his bone is really up high. He could never try to be a female that high as bone. His bone is so high in the picture, and there's his mutant child again. Oh, this is the one. This is the one where he said, does it look like I care about your situation? Wow. Big ass idiot. Oh, big ass hashtag I don't. So I'm not going to care about his situation right now. I'm just going to talk about his ass because I can, because he is my son. Look at all these pink motherfuckers. Then this one is lighting something over his head and he doesn't even know it. Wow. He probably saw it in the picture, but he doesn't know what these motherfuckers are doing to him. And he's tatted up too. My son knows that that is against the law. And look at the name. Zachary and Tin Hats, Dustin, Holy, Chad, and Sure Win. This is Sure Win. I really can't tell which one is which, but this is Sure Win. His name is Chad Sherwin. Dustin Holy and Zachary Tin Hats. And see, he's with a pink chick. You see? He's with a pink chick. You see? He's with a pink chick. You see? He's with a pink chick. Stupid. Stupid. This is almost 26 minutes in. I'm going to have fun talking about him. Here again, pink guys. You become so apathetic that you do not care for your own. Now he wants to watch basketball. That was never a thing in our house. Look at that. And then he says here, they must have known I was coming where they do this at. They must have known I was coming where they do this at. Where do they put this at? I guess he's never seen it before. See, he's all tatted up. I think he has a Acadian here. He spells it wrong. It's 2 K's and he knows it. And he had Ema written across his neck. I haven't seen it on any pictures yet. But he had it there. He's just all tatted up with his mutant child. Oh, this is it. Here, these are guys in a hotel room. They're in a hotel room. And it appears he doesn't even have on drawers. And you see how deep his bones are right here? He looks like a Ken doll. You know? Like a Mycene doll. That's what he looks like, a Mycene doll. The males, you know, how they put the legs on. And sometimes I wonder if he's even real. He's so fucking synthetic. He may not be real anymore. And look, this is all he knows. This is all he knows. Pap Blue Ribbon. He looks like Touch though, but that's all.